Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be making ourselves a space station. Hopefully you guys are ready. Alright guys, so I think today we're going to be able to get into a space station, hopefully. Hopefully I'm able to do that. I have been working on a few things, getting some stuff ready, and trying to get things done. We do have a full tank of 320 buckets worth of fuel. That honestly is plenty of fuel for right now. But I do need to go ahead and set out a space over here where we are going to launch our rockets from. I think this little area is going to be fine. We only need a 9x9 or a 3x3 space. And these are launch pads. They're pretty easy to make, just concrete and some dye. So with that done, we need a few things. There's going to be a few things right here that we're going to set up. But first of all, let's go ahead and start working towards our space station. I don't really need to shoot a rocket up to go anywhere. I really just need to get a space station packaged up and then send the space station up with a satellite, and from there I should be good to go. So basically sending my package up into the sky, and then it turns into a space station, and I can build from there once I get up there. And it doesn't need to be big. It can be literally this small, and then you just start in the center area. And it can be pretty small, I do believe. I don't think it has to be very big. Alright, so let's get back into advanced rocketry. We are going to need some of these structure guys here. Just a few of them. Didn't even honestly need that many. We are going to need a satellite builder, and this guy has a lot going on here. So as you can see, there is a bunch of stuff we need to make. I have most of it. I think we can make most of these things right here. Let me go ahead and just get a few of them done, then we'll work on the other one. A saw. What are we missing on the saw? Just the blade, I think. And then that was a anvil, just a regular anvil. And we have just about everything. All we're really needing... We do have the motor, right? Did I make the motor? Keep it here just in case. It looks like we're going to need 2 basic circuits, which is just the wafer and a cutting machine. So let's get into this. So we'll take some of these wafers. Let's get our satellite and see what we need right here for the data storage unit. So we are going to need to take some of these, which I'm sure we already have a few basic circuits here. We're going to need to use that to make one of these data. So we need an emerald and redstone to make this thing. Okay. Emerald. And redstone. There we go. And let's go ahead and throw that in here. It's actually this. There we go. And it's going to start processing pretty fast. And we're going to have to worry about it too much. I am going to get more of these cut up. There's that. Look at all those basic... Oh, these aren't the basic ones. Okay, here we go. Now they'll get to cutting. Okay. Alright, so back to this. We should be able to build this thing. There's our satellite builder. Perfect. Alright, so I'm going to place the satellite builder right here for now. We are going to have a few things hooked to these. But right now, all I need is a satellite builder. And it's giving me a marker here. Oh, I didn't need the satellite builder. Oh, goodness. I need the satellite bay. Right. That's what I need. Alright, let's get out of here. We actually need the space. Spacestation Assembler. I don't know why I did that. But yes, it requires a few things that I have been working on. if we take a look over here, let me go over here. I wanted to show you guys a few things as well, because we do have a tons of titanium, and I went ahead and got a bunch of the dust as well. And this dust is actually dust that you normally get from the moon, but for some reason it is on the Earth here, or on our planet. So I went ahead and got access to that stuff, so why not? Alright, so here, let's go ahead and get this built up. The plates can only be done a certain way, so we have a rolling machine that can be done this way. The compacting press is another way that you could do that, or you can use the small plate presser. Now, it doesn't give you as much. I'm actually using the compactor. I do need to upgrade it because right now it is very slow. But if we go to titanium, I am slowly turning some into plates. So that should be enough for right now. And we need that dust to be able to get us somewhere. So I'm just getting these guys pressed up in that presser. It takes a long time because this guy is not upgraded. But if we look at our kits, I think we can nearly upgrade. We're out of Invar. We're out of a lot of stuff. I really need to get some of this stuff automated, but for right now, I'm just going to let this guy run its course, and I'll be right back once I get enough titanium plates. Alright, so I really wanted to show off the plate presser. I kind of skipped ahead there. Let's look at this. So, the small plate presser is actually a pretty cool thing. We are going to need obsidian. And a lever. Or a button, it doesn't really matter. A button even works. We'll try both. But how this is set up, we're going to need a placer block, so I guess I can go ahead and use a piece of dirt for that. And set it up like so. Set that like that. And down here, we will put our obsidian. And we just need to put a button on it. Just like that. So if we put a block down here, like say a block of titanium. We should be able to get ourselves those plates, as you've seen there. It does look like it caused issues. Let's actually place a block here, then put the button there. And place the block again. Press the button. And we're actually getting titanium plates by doing this. As you can see, it just went up again. And it's not a very efficient way, because you're only getting 4 plates per operation, even though you got 9 ingots in there. But it will get us jumping ahead, because this is, of course, going to take a little while. Alright, so back to the space station building. I forgot to mention we are going to need a linker. We're going to need 2 of them, because we're going to need 1 for this process and 1 for another one. We're going to have to make this satellite station chip. So let's go ahead and make that. We need a space station ID chip. And we also need, like I said, that space station assembler that we don't actually have right now. And of course, a rocket assembly machine is something that we need to send it up into space. So we're going to have to make 2 of these as well. So that'll be something that I'll end up doing here in a little bit. So, alright. I just got to make a couple of these. And 2 of these guys. What are we missing? Lime dye? Never thought I'd run out of some such. Alright, so we're almost done. We need these gears. The gears is what's costing a lot. It's because of these titanium rods and such. So I should be able to get them. Now, at least one of them. I gotta get my plates back in here. There we go. And I should be able to make 2 of these guys. We are going to need 2. And then I need these advanced circuits. So this requires gold and redstone. Actually, block of redstone. And let's get a block of redstone. And we will take this to here. Alright, so we need the basic silicon wafers with these guys in there. Honestly, we don't need this many. And I'm thinking that's right. What am I doing wrong? We need the advanced. Oh, that's just regular silicon wafer. Of course, I'm always derping. This has to be the regular silicon wafer. There we go. And that's going to make the one that we actually need. Alright. So, this guy, ready to go. We just need 2 of those. And we will have ourselves a Spacestation Assembler. So, a few other things that we could possibly work on. I'm kind of curious to see what happens when I go into space. I have a way of getting back and forth. I can easily use this to travel back and forth once I get there. I can just set this to my space station. I can travel just going back and forth, like I said. But I wonder if I need these and some oxygen. That is going to be something to think about because it does do damage to you if you do not have oxygen. But I don't know what this armor actually does to counter that. That is something. By the way, I do have a magnet card in here, and you toggle it over here. And right now I have it set to blacklist mode, so it just really works as a regular magnet. If I throw anything on the ground, when I pick it up, it goes right back in my inventory. But it acts as a magnet, like a really strong magnet. If I throw it out here, as you can see, it just pops right back. And it's like instant. They don't like teleport or anything. Let's get rid of this guy. And the range is pretty good. Alright. So we have those. So let's get the space station builder set up. We just need to cut these. And that shouldn't take very long. We have pretty decent speed on this thing. We only need 2 more. 2 more. Should be able to throw those in there. And like I said, that dust that you just seen, this dust, dilithium, comes from the dilithium, which we have it set in our machine. Perfect. There's those. And there's those. So I'll just throw these in our system, along with everything else, so things don't get overly cramped. And bam, we have a Space Station Assembler. So, Space Station Assembler is going to go here. And for right now, we're just going to do the simplest of simple space stations. Let's go ahead and pack this up. Let's go. We're going to need some structure towers. For right now, I am going to use, let's see. We'll use some laboratory panels here. They do stack kind of weird, so these will be changing, don't worry. For some reason, the connected textures on them is very weird. Alright, so this is our space station. I know, it looks awesome, looks super fancy. But no, it really... It's really just that simple. This just is going to create a platform for us to build once we get there. And now, of course, I'm able to fly, so I can build whenever I'm there. So you'll see here, we need to scan this thing. And we're also going to need something else. It's going to tell us we need something whenever I go to scan this. So if I scan it, invalid launchpad structure is what it's saying. So that's what I was wondering, if it needed to be a larger launchpad. And then also, this has no power. So that could also be another reason. So let's go ahead and pop into there. And make a point. I think I'm running out of flux. Yeah, I'm out of flux. So let's get some redstone. And of course, flint and steel. flint and steel. Oh, come on. Now I gotta turn my magnet off. There we go. Now I can throw everything in the fire. There we go. Okay. Back to making points. Bam. So, I don't think we worry about points for a while. There's 48 of them. This thing has power, invalid, launchpad, structure. Alright, so I think I figured out the problem, but first, it's nighttime. I'm getting distracted by mobs. Let's set this to sunrise. And just watch this thing. This is a pretty cool mechanic. And it's literally going to rotate this guy. Is that not cool, or what? So yeah, it's set to sunrise. All I did with my thing here is I just built it just a little bit high and enclosed it. I don't know if it needs to be enclosed, but I'd made it enclosed. But it still fits in a 3x3 area, and it now says it's just missing a satellite bay. So let's put our Spacestation ID chip in there. It's unprogrammed at the moment, and that's for a reason. But this guy is literally just made with that linker and stuff. But we're missing a satellite bay, so we're going to have to get ourselves a satellite bay. So let's take a look here. Actually, let's get out of here. And we can make ourselves a satellite bay. And it's really cheap. So if we do that, we can throw this in here. Scan it again. It says it's missing a satellite bay, but it's not. Now it's missing a chip. Alright. There we go. I hit build. It literally ate my chips. Okay, so I know that it's not tall. This is not big enough. Because that has to be at least there. Alright, I'll make another satellite bay. I guess since it did consume them. And get the chip. The Spacestation ID chip. Okay, so it's missing the satellite bay. Let's put the space station chip in there. Let's put the satellite... Okay, there it went. Okay, and as you can see, all it needed was to be scanned again. It didn't actually consume our stuff. Okay, so we have Space Station ID 2, so that means somebody on the server already has a space station. Alright guys, so I boo-booed a little bit. I definitely already sent a space station up, but I had to go back and definitely redo this because I sent my Space Station ID chip up into space, which I wasn't supposed to do. That was my fault. I can't remember what I used to copy the Space Station ID chip, but I do know that once I put it in my rocket, I can always access it again. But I won't really need to worry about that till later. Alright, so let's go back over this. So all it really changed was the space station number is now 3. I still have my space station. I built the same one. Everything's good to go. We do have some more linkers, but that's for later. Alright, so all I need to really do to build this is I have a rocket monitoring station. I made a rocket assembly machine and a fueling station connected to the back here. And it's really all you need. You really just need this guy, and this guy to send a rocket up into space. So let's go ahead and get a few things. If we can get this to not mess up on us. There we go. We're going to need 3 rockets. 3 of our basic engines, I should say. 6 of these guys, 6 tanks. I always seem to run out of the steel rods. So we're going to need 6 tanks in total. At least for right now. This is just to send the rocket to space. And I think that's about it. We have just about everything else. We have a guidance computer and a satellite bay. And that's all we really need. Okay, so let's place down these guys. And not do what I just did, because the engines need to go on the bottom. Derp. And then we'll place this up here. Just like that. And we can put a satellite bay or guidance computer over the satellite bay here. Guidance computer on top. Doesn't really matter. Make sure there's nothing in here. There's not. And then put our container inside the satellite bay. And we're pretty much good to go. If we scan this now, and to scan it, it just needs power. It's going to scan pretty much everything that's in this range. You can actually see it. It's so fast you can't really notice it off the bat. But this guy does scan. As long as it's touching the green, it's going to have enough fuel to get it to space. That's how I'm judging it. So it should have enough to get it to space as long as it's touching the bar here. And it should be fine. It's got a lot of thrust, a lot of acceleration. I'm almost wanting to put another rocket on here. I think I'm going to. Just to be on the safe side. Let me go ahead and take this out. Take this. There we go. I made another rocket, so I might as well throw another rocket on there. Alright, we put that back on here. And a guidance computer. And we're going to have to extend this up one. Then we can rescan. And we're definitely good on fuel now. Okay. I don't think you can ride up with it to space. I'm not sure. That would save me some time. But I'd have to build it even higher. I don't know. I'm going to go up to space a different way. I'm going to use my actual rocket to get up to space. Alright, so let's go ahead and build this thing. If it's clear for liftoff, like it is, you can just hit build. And that makes it a solid rocket now. It's like an actual entity. And that's where this linker comes in handy. You shift right click on the fuel. And you just right click onto your rocket. And it's going to start fueling it. And you shift right click on this guy and right click on here. And then you can see the fuel actually going up. It's actually filling it up with fuel. And doing a good job. And this thing is staying completely full. Like, it's not using hardly any fuel at all in comparison. Alright, it's ready to go. So all we got to do is do the countdown, and we're good to go. So 3, 2, 1, liftoff. And how gorgeous is that? That is a beautiful sight to see. I wonder if we can fly. Oh yeah, we can totally fly up here. And we see that it is going. It actually starts flying faster than I can fly. And that is pretty neat. And as you can see, the smoke cloud does get huge. It's a pretty cool effect. I actually like it. Alright, so let's go ahead and start building the rocket. Alright, so we're pretty much ready to propel ourselves into space. First, let's go ahead and set this to sunrise. And we should be good to go. Alright, so all we gotta do now, I got the rockets built up. Pretty much it's a 9x9 with same with the fuel tanks. Quite a lot of fuel actually is going to go in here, so I really need to get this thing set up. I love how as soon as I get done, it starts raining. Stop the rain. Actually, this one's a really cool looking effect. Yeah, that's a really cool looking thing that it does. Pretty neat. Alright, so yeah, let's go ahead and get the rest of this done. That's all I placed down. You do need a guidance computer and you need a seat. And that's pretty much it to get this thing to go into space. And of course, you can set the seat above there. And you can make it look pretty if you want, or whatever you really have plans on doing. I'm going to use some laboratory blocks to kind of fancy-fy it up, because this is actually a fully functional machine here. Could make it look like a rocket. Might as well. And honestly, if we're able to access the seat, we should be good to go. I'm going to leave that spot open so we can actually get up into it, because I don't want to make it so I can't access it. That would be fun. Alright, inside the chair, actually, let's go ahead and put what we need in there first. We need... Inside here, we need to put our space station chip inside there. Then we can decorate it all we want. Pretty-fy it up. There we go. Perfect. All right. So now we can scan this thing. It does have enough fuel, or did have enough fuel. I guess now that I added the guidance machine and all that stuff, it doesn't have enough fuel. But I can always grab buckets and fill it up later, because we're going to set something up for our rocket eventually when we get there. I guess the guidance computer and stuff added weight. I wonder. Let's see. I could just go ahead and make 4 more of these if possible. That's what I'm going to do. I want to make sure I have enough fuel to get there and to get back home. That's the whole purpose of this rocket, is to be able to get to somewhere and also get back with it. So there, now that should hold enough fuel to get back, to get back and forth. Okay. So, let's do the same thing. Let's build this thing. Takes a little bit to build it. And linker. And this is going to take a little bit of time to fill up, I would presume. Yeah, it's going to take a lot more fuel to fill this guy up than the other one did. But it is going as fast as it can. I really don't know a better way to fill it up other than using Ender.io, but it's not in this pack, so Ender.io only lets you go so much. Well, with this one, we don't actually have to launch our rocket from here. We can actually launch our rocket from within here. So if we set in here, we can press shift to leave our rocket and press space to take off. But as you can see to the left, we don't have enough fuel to take off quite yet. So we're going to wait a little bit for our fuel to fill up, and we should be good to launch and head straight to our space station. That's going to be pretty cool. Our space station is a pretty neat thing. And that's the whole point of today's video, was to get here, and we are getting here. Alright, so we're fueled up completely. Let's hit space. Oh boy, this is exciting. The more engines you have on your rocket, the faster you hit the max altitude. So it won't take as long to get to where the destination you want to get to. So pretty cool. Yeah, it looks like we're heading into space so fast. This is so cool looking. I mean, we can't see down there. I didn't really want to. I mean, should have made this glass, I guess. But yeah, we're heading there without a spacesuit, mind you. But we do have access to an advanced dislocator, so we should be able to travel in between worlds. Really, what this is a void world. Press space to descend. So there we go. You can see Earth right there. Pretty nice. It'd be funny if we actually seen our space station up here, like the other one that we made. I don't know how that works. It may actually be down here. That would be hilarious if it's like stacked on top of one another. So there's our level. It's in the green, I guess. I guess that's a good thing. Alright. So, we're good. So yeah, we are taking damage. That is something that I figured would happen. That's an annoying noise. Very annoying. But the only thing I really want to do is I want to get in here. Come on, let me get in here. Alright. And set my point. So, space station. So now I have that, and I can also head home. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to head home. Simply because the taking a hit from the oxygen is so annoying that I don't think I can handle hearing that noise. We do need to get a spacesuit on. Not going to do that this episode, because we're running pretty low on time. But yeah, I am taking hits with the suit on, with my armor on. I don't know. I really wish I wasn't taking any hits. I don't think that it would damage me pretty bad. I think if my entropy dropped all the way down, I still think I would stay living with this armor on. But I don't know. I really don't know. You're like taking constant damage, but I don't know. We got a space station built. I don't know. All I got to do now is expand on it, and I can build up there. The spacesuit doesn't really require that much. I think we have hydrogen over here, oxygen over here. So what we'll do is we'll route oxygen onto a pad. We can put the pad right here for all I care. It's really not that bad. I mean, we can even have a pad on top of this block. But I think routing some oxygen down into a pad that we can just step on and fill up our oxygen in our suit would be a good idea. But we're going to work on that in the future episodes. We are coming pretty close to the end of this pack. I will be starting something new here shortly, and I hope you guys are ready for that. I hope you guys enjoyed the new video that was posted yesterday. If you guys have stuck around to the end of the video, that parkour thing was kind of fun, and I plan on doing some more videos like that in the future. So hopefully you guys stick around for everything that I got to post. I really appreciate it. You know how it goes at the end. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do that as well. And as always, thanks for watching.